Colin Barratt, you've just published a book on the very early days of Harlow Town, 1879 to 1900.
That's right.
And firstly, we must explain, why are we here in Mulberry Green?
Because this is a bench that was dedicated to the founder of the club, Thomas Day, that was provided by the people of Harlow for Thomas, to thank him for his work as a doctor when he was at the doctor's house just up the road there, Mulberry Green.
And what motivated you to write the book?
I'm really interested in history and family history, and I thought it was really time that we said something about the early days of the club and how it was formed, and the really interesting way that it developed from being a public school boys game into a much more sort of working class game eventually.
Because I've read the book at the weekend, I've done my homework, and it's a fascinating and vital look at the social history of Harlow, as well as the sporting history.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I thought was interesting as well about when I was researching it. I found that there were lots of interesting characters, and you could see lots of the way that things were developing in the village, and the characters that were involved and played for the club, but also involved in being local dignitaries or being involved in public life.
Because I got that sense, Harlow Cricket Club just celebrated their 250th anniversary, and I got a sense from Alan Howick and people that there was very much a sort of gentlemen and players, people from the aristocracy and upper middle classes, and that is reflected in the football team as well.
Yeah, right at the very beginning. And what was interesting is that there was a public school in Harlow that a lot of people don't know about, that at the back of St John the Baptist Church, and that supplied lots of players in the early days. And also there was another school in Sawbridgeworth that also supplied lots of players that were from very well-to-do families, and actually some aristocracy as well.
And a notable cricketer.
Yes, Lord Hawke, who played for Harlow for a couple of years in the 1880s, and he went on to become the captain of Yorkshire County Cricket Club, the most successful county cricket captain there's been. He's won 8 championships, captained England, and then went on to be the president of the MCC when the MCC controlled the world game.
How much work did this take?
Quite a lot of work, about a year, but it's something that I enjoy doing, and as I mentioned, I'm interested in family history, so I was able to use some of those techniques to look into these.
And of course, a newspaper dedicated to Harlow, I say this as your Harlow, and the first one was March 1953, so when it came to newspaper sources, where did you go?
The British newspaper library, which is now mostly online. They've got lots and lots of newspapers that are available, and you can just search a name and you can find something about those players. Unfortunately, not all of the Harlow papers were available, so I still had to do some manual research, which are now kept on microfiche in Hertford.
It finishes in 1900. Are you tempted to go on beyond 1900 now?
I think probably not for a while. And it's a little bit of a rest, I think, after this research. Yeah. But this was the most interesting part, I think, of the club's development, because it went from being just a small village club that was founded by someone who went to the Forest School, which was where football was one of the places where football developed, and the way it moved through those first 2 decades is really interesting.
When we've done history of men who fell in World War I here, we've found people, descendants have contacted us from the area and around the world. Do you hope that there might be people who go, that's my great-great-grandfather, etc.?
I do really hope that's the case. Yeah, one of the players received the military cross for his bravery in the First World War. He was a medic, a doctor, and he got lots of the injured out of the particular dangerous area, kept going back and bringing them back, and got a military cross for that.
Just a couple of more questions. Where did the team play?
Well, they played in 3 different places. One was behind the Green Man Hotel, where we're standing here today. They also played at Marigold's, where the cricket club play, and on the public school, on the college field as well.
And did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy this whole process?
Yeah, I did, because it's great finding out about these people, their interesting lives, and finding out a bit more about Harlow itself and the way it was back in the late Victorian period. And
so I'll be putting details of where people can purchase the book on our story here. But will the book be in the museum and places like that?
Yeah, it's available in the museum and at the club shop on match days. But also you can get it on Amazon. Just search Harlow Town FC and you'll find the book on Amazon.